Quantum Conversations, your portal to the inner realms. Access infinite possibilities, infinite mastery, and infinite love. Mind-expanding, heart-opening conversations with some of the greatest spiritual teachers, luminaries, and healers of today's world. Usher in new earth by living in your sacred heart. Quantum Conversations is brought to you by acoustichealth.com, home of music from the universe, online healing retreats, and this program. Claim your free registration to daily shows at acoustichealth.com. acoustichealth.com, your portal to the inner realms. Our program starts shortly. Welcome to another Quantum Conversation, brought to you by acoustichealth.com. I'm Loren Gailey, and I invite you to sit back as we enter the quantum realm, that space of the greater part of you. It is your connection to infinite possibilities, infinite potential, and infinite mastery. And in this episode, we take a moment to pause from our regular programming and align with our higher self to really anchor in new earth business, to take our businesses to the next level, to share our gifts with the world, and to remove blockages that keep us from doing this. This is a very powerful year, and we can already feel it. There is great momentum behind it. My guest today is a creatrix activist who has a doctorate in psychology, but now she empowers business owners with her unique sensory gifts. She actually helps people up-level everything, accelerate and build new earth businesses with heart coherency. And Dr. Eivor Johansson is here to help you find your power. She sees inside your chakras and what's blocking you, but what she does is empowers you to see that within yourself. Let's welcome Dr. Eivor back to Quantum Conversations. Hello, Eivor.
Hey, Lauren. How are you? And thank you for inviting me back. I am so honored to be here, and thank you, the audience that are here with us today. Thank you.
Well, we will be answering some questions, but we're talking about New Earth business or business acumen in the new reality. This is where it's a game changer. It's a whole new vibration that we create with and we move from. So let's talk a little bit about your idea of how we conduct business in this new reality.
Absolutely. And I'm going to start with the 3 stipulations that is actually on your website. Number 1, old ways do not open new doors. Very important to realize that we're not bringing anything old, memories from the past, no emotional charges or visionary fears or future fears with us. We clear out our foundation. We create a new earth foundation. We acknowledge the blind spots, shadows, lessons, so that we can start every moment new and create from there. Number 2, synchronicity happens through authenticity. Once the foundation is set, then everything moves very every moment will be fluid and flexible and plastic for you. You meet people, situations, and get into circumstances that will propel you forward automatically. And it is magical. Now, remember and feel this very, very deeply inside your body. You are hardwired for not just financial success, but success within your life. It's important to realize the financial success that will come as a result of you being within yourself, being guided and pulled by your higher spirit forward. So the financial success, Lauren, is a part of what that is the result of you being truthful to yourself and inside your authentic human blueprint.
Mm-hmm.
So,
beautiful.
Now.
Yeah, let's go into each of these then, because there are some blockages that come up.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the old ways do not open new doors. Is that what you want me to address?
Yes, and so the old ways do not open new doors, and there's emotional charges. So anything that we've created, does that mean anything that we've created from that old energy, we have to revisit? And how perfect, we're in a Mercury retrograde, but is that what you mean? It's like we must clear out that foundation. So what do we do to not really get rid of that which no longer fits? I mean, or just do we fine-tune that idea or come at it from a new vibration?
All right, that's a great question. Let me explain how I see it.
Mm-hmm.
2019 is when we calibrate all dimensions, all lifetimes, all the different DNAs that we have experienced. Mm-hmm. We don't delete anything. We don't run from anything. We don't put anything to the side. We embrace it. We embrace all the experiences. If it happens to be so, Lauren, that there are emotional charges such as fear, shame, guilt, anger, grief, or whatever it is attached to an experience, that's what we go in and take a look at and acknowledge the subconscious for having for it to have been hiding from us till we are ready to bring it to the surface so that it becomes conscious and a part of who you are. That is what we do to move forward with. We save everything. We save all the data, all the information through all the experiences, but we do get rid and we transmute or we converge the emotional charge to a higher frequency, a higher octave.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Beautiful. And you work with people one-on-one and hold this beautiful space where that is able to happen. You facilitate that space. Okay, beautiful. We'll talk more about that in a moment, but let's go on here because I love the next point, synchronicity through authenticity. And I know that so many, again, it's clearing out a program, but there is a blockage that many have of being seen or having maybe a fear of being criticized for what we do. And again, that's past life stuff as well. And so I love it though, because when we are able to be authentic with integrity, then things really flow in a beautiful way. How have you seen that happen with some of your clients?
I have actually experienced that myself. in many different areas of my own life, so I do relate to that very much. And as far as my own clients, we go in and we take a look at where it's sitting, because if you're going to be authentic and speak your truth through your throat chakra, which is connected to the second chakra, where you have the relationship not only to yourself but to the world around you. So that's usually where it's sitting, and that is what we pinpoint. And together with my client, we go in, and through questions and stipulations, I hear, feel, see, and understand with my sensory and multidimensional acuity how to help the client. And I listen very carefully to the words and the emotions and feelings that they are speaking. But Lauren, more than that, I listen to what they are not saying to me, because usually that's where the key is. They are trying to, or not consciously hide something, but something is hidden within a lesson that just needs a little bit of a touch, and it releases up to the surface. This does not take a lot of time, depending on how willing my client is, Lauren. It could take a few moments, few minutes or 5 minutes, but it doesn't take long to realize that I will be next to my client, whether it's through virtual or one-on-one when we're facing each other. I end up to be a tuning fork, so they could actually feel the problem themselves, and they find it themselves, and they acknowledge it themselves, and they tell me what it is that's there rather than me telling them.
Yes, that's the real mastery that we're all tapping into. And you help facilitate that. You help us stand in mastery. It's really great to have some help with that, and you're a mentor for many. Beautiful. Okay.
Thank you.
And so,
Thank you.
you know, here we're talking about we're already hardwired for this success. So this is a year where we can up-level this success trajectory. So, so talk a little bit about that. How can we each do that?
Absolutely. There are success within yourself. The way I feel it and see it and hear it is when you are aligned with your own truth, when you are together with people, situations, and circumstances, or you simply sit within yourself and you listen, and whatever it is that comes through you is who you are. So it's very important. That to me is success. It's success because that success in itself will create synchronicity in your life. That authentic voice within you. What I would like to say, Lauren, is to everyone, don't be concerned, don't be afraid to share who you are. You have come here for the very, very special reason to be way showers to the rest of the world, for the greater good, to inspire others, to empower and impact others, to bring out their truth. So it's important that you realize, first of all, that you do have a mission of service and that you are not alone. You co-create with the universal mind and universal heart that is always going to be there and hold your back. So don't hesitate or be afraid to tell who you are in a situation, even if it stops you, a memory of perhaps you were a child and you couldn't speak your truth. Today, you can. And you are encouraged to truly do that. It's so liberating. It's so the freedom that I feel within me, that when I work with organizations or private clients, when I can tell the truth, and when I tell the truth to whomever it is that's standing in front of me about whatever it is that, however the organizations, however it looks like, I tell them with the truth from my heart, and I stand by it because that's what's coming through me. I tell the truth. I don't bargain with it. I do not manipulate. I do not maneuver. I go straight in and I share the truth.
Sharing the truth. This is your experiences, and it's also in a loving, compassionate way. It is interesting. This is the topic of the week, actually, in our Mastery Empowerment courses and things that we do and discuss, where we are able to speak our truth in honesty, be honest with others, even if it may hurt others' feelings, but we do it in a loving, compassionate way. And so I think what we're also seeing is a convergence of this truth of, like, we have a realtor over here, for example, and someone over here working in what we could say would be a pretty common job or a mainstream job, or working with children or working in schools or whatever field we find ourselves working in. We can now speak this truth in that field. Before, it seemed like it was separated. We would be hesitant not to speak if we're realtors. We wouldn't speak so much about aromatherapy, but we're seeing this come out now, and that's precisely what you're saying, Eivor, is that we speak this truth, and so it's not pushing it on people. Maybe it's more of a finesse of how we bring up that subject, or leave crumbs for people to follow. Do you want to speak on that? Do you wait for questions?
Well, did you want me to address that?
Yes, that's what I mean. Do you wait for questions to come through from people before you, or do you find a way to kind of seed the conversation? It's very individual. With organizations, when I'm hired to do my work, it's easier to kind of focus in on it. When I work with private clients, both times I am very honest, and let me share this with you. The truth, when it is delivered as the truth, stops everybody in their tracks. There is no, when you have the truth being delivered to you, you simply don't react to it. You simply take it for what it is. It works like magic, actually, Lauren, because I can just take a few days ago, I am hired by an organization where I actually said, I can't feel the passion within the organization, and perhaps that would seem to be not a nice way to present what it is. But their eyes opened up and they said to me, "You're right. We don't have it." So it all depends on where the intention from me is coming from, the place of helping them. Yes. And when it is, it's not being nasty or being cruel to them, but to help them. And the same way for my private clients, Lauren, is that
in delivering the truth is within the frame of sharing my love with them to help them.
Yes. And then you speak it from the heart and they pick up on that. So they hear it in a different way, right? They hear it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and it's very important to realize also, Lauren, that people that are magnetized, for example, to me, both private clients and organizations, they intuitively recognize the new template that I have, the 3D template. So automatically the call goes out, and I attract those people that do need to upshift themselves, so the organizations, to a higher level of operation or being. So it's not that I am around people that really don't want to hear it. That's not how it goes. I attract the people because they need to hear it.
That is the definition of magnetic. And it is heart coherence. Beautiful. Well, we've heard the truth will set you free, and the truth works like magic. Beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a great time to be alive. This is a great time because,
Go ahead.
We have so much freedom today that we didn't have years ago. And it's so liberating because we have, once we clear out the bottom line, there is nothing stopping us from doing whatever it is that our heart desires, to not only feel great and inspired and motivated and purpose and meaning in our own lives, but everybody's lives that we touch. And it is so incredible. I've never been happier in my entire life than that I am right now. And it's just magic. It's just magic. It really is wonderful to be alive right here and right now.
Yes, and so get busy creating your heart's desire. Everyone, I know we're so ready. There is no stopping us, and it is liberating. And the beautiful thing is, the heart coherence that you're speaking of, if we use that as the driving force, we will create this field about ourselves that brings through the synchronicity, that brings through the contacts, that brings through the information from our higher self. And the inspired action that we take is there. And when we take that action of just doing it, we are supported, like you mentioned. And it's beautiful because this, on the technology side, my goodness, there's so much freedom and liberation from the technology that is available to support us, to automate our business, to do the work of several people. And my goodness, for an example, in my world, in the television world, back as a television reporter, we were not allowed to touch a television camera, right, unless we were in the union for that. And now you can start a YouTube channel, your own television station, from your iPhone. That to me is such freedom, and the creative doors are wide open. So I agree with you. It's very beautiful. Very beautiful.
Yeah. Podcast is something else. I had 2 podcast interviews today, and that too is a great platform to consider when you have a purpose-driven business, Lauren. It's wonderful. Let me just remind the audience about the difference of the higher self versus the ego or the shadow or the lessons or blind spots guiding you. The higher self, once you have connected your I am presence inside and you have embodied that fully in, the higher self will pull you forward as if you're sitting in an frequency zone all by yourself, and it's like it navigates by being pulled forward. You're not doing really anything. You're just following through as if you have sent your higher self forward that keeps pulling you. Now, if you are struggling and if you have blocks and resistance, you might want to take a look and see if you are pushing yourself forward, because that is not your higher spirit in or God in action. That is your ego still acting up. And even though we are in 2019, Lauren, there are a few dust balls that are laying around, cell memories that just needs to, and they do want to come up to the surface and be acknowledged. So a little bit of perhaps dusting will do you good at times. But just pay attention to, are you pulled forward? Ask yourself, are you pulled forward? If you see a green light, then you are. If you see a red light when asking the questions, then you're not. It's very simple.
Okay, good tip there. You just looking for the red or green light. Okay.
Yeah, that's how I do it. I ask myself, am I being pulled by my higher self? Then I breathe deeply into the pelvic floor and allow my higher self to answer me. And I see a green light, yes. A red light, no.
Talk more about this, because this is a good little process for us. I do want to say there's some questions coming in, and they really do work best with a personal session with you, and you've got that available for our community. We're going to talk about that in a moment and how it works and how you empower the people rather than you looking in and telling them what their blockages are. You really hold space for them to look within themselves and see their own blockage. Again, that's really powerful. But let's do something for all of us, because you mentioned this, the pelvic floor and the root chakra, and that's really where many of us could use some extra fortification. So what is it that you do with that as we really anchor from within?
So rather than go on a guided meditation within where I tell you what to experience, I allow you to take, and we're going to do this together, Lauren. We're going to take 3 deep breaths, inhale and exhale. And with every exhale, you drop further and further into the bottom of your pelvic floor. Make sure that your breath is not shallow in the chest, but you release both the chest and around the belly, so that you have a clear tube to breathe through. And then while you are in there, I'm going to just ask you, before you start the inhale and exhale, I'm going to ask you to set the intention of what specific area that you would like to address while you are in the bottom of your pelvic floor. Because the pelvic floor then represents the first, second, and third chakra. Not that the bottom of the pelvic floor is the third, but it all connects in. And then you allow yourself to ask, what is mine to do? And what is my most immediate next step? That is very important to ask. What is mine to do, and what is my most immediate next step? Because then you are not doing anything, but you allow your higher spirit to answer you and to help facilitate your most immediate next step. Okay, so here we go. Should we take a deep breath here, in and out 3 times? We set the intention. I'm going to allow everybody just a few seconds to set your intention right now. Here we go. And we start to inhale and exhale 3 times. And with every exhale, we drop further and further into the pelvic floor. And do release the breathing tube from your mouth all the way into the pelvic floor. Here we go. And once you're at the bottom of the pelvic floor, look around and see. If you hear anything, if you feel anything, if you smell anything, if you taste anything, ask, what is mine to do? And what is my most immediate next step? Here we go. Okay. And when you're ready, just come back up with ease and grace. Come back.
That is the alignment.
That is the 0 point, the still point, the nothingness. It's right there within you.
Yes, and this is where we create with the universal heart and mind.
Right.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, I felt so many beautiful feelings from the audience. Beautiful, beautiful questions and answers, and really wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful. Yes, this is how we create new earth. So beautiful. New earth creations. What a powerful tool. So if anyone has questions while we're on this live call with Dr. Eivor, please go ahead and chat those into us, whether you're watching us on our live webcast on our webpage or through our YouTube channel, because we are here to answer your questions. And here is someone with their hands raised. Again, if you would like to raise your hand and speak your voice with Dr. Eivor, she will be able to assist you a little bit. Again, it's not a personal session with her, but she may be able to help you as well. So if you're on a PC and you'd like to do that, you can go to acoustichealth.com and check out the web call for today's show and join by web call or by telephone. And then, of course, you can type your question in over the chat. Right now, let's go to, it's Oha in New Jersey. You are
Hello.
unmuted. Hello. Do you have a question for Dr. Eivor?
Well, this is just a question. I was doing this meditation, and I guess between my mind and thoughts, I'm buzzing. Even I feel like I'm dropping, but I'm still buzzing. And
okay,
this is what for last few years I actually stopped working because I thought I'm not doing any much of progress there. Let's young people to do because they need some work placements. And I decided to do what really I would like to do, to help people lose fears, to healing, everything what my heart are singing about. But because my brain as well, a lot of talking, I just cannot find that thing. And my question was so simple. I need to do speech for my next meeting. What that speech should be about? What is the most important now? And
okay.
Isn't that...
Okay, so let me, first of all, what is your name again? I didn't catch on
my
to
name.
that. I apologize.
LHA.
LHA, La?
Yeah.
No,
OLHA.
Ola.
Yes.
Ola. Okay, thank you for the question, Ola. Let me just share with you what I'm feeling about where you're going with this. Wonderful. You took the risk of stopping what you did, and you would like to have more meaning and purpose in your life. So you want to do what you love the most to do, and now you have a speech to do. Is that correct?
Yes, I have a speech next week to do.
Yeah. So now, what is it going to be about? I truly urge you to do exactly the same what we did right now. Take set your intention and say to yourself, what topic am I going to speak about next week? What is it going to be about? And then you set that intention. You go in and you take the 3 deep breaths, and you position yourself all the way down into the pelvic floor, and you ask the question, what is mine to do, and what is my most immediate next step in writing this speech? And you're going to see a lot of different things, feel different feelings, and you're going to hear and taste whatever it is that your higher spirit is sending down as symbols and metaphors, and just sit in it till you feel that you have an answer. You might not have every word, but you have a sense and a feeling of it. And then once you come out of it, could take a minute, 5 minutes, could take 10 minutes, however long it takes for your higher spirit to signal into you what it is that this is going to be about. The answer is simple. It's there for you. It's there. You just need to relax enough and to hear what your higher spirit is saying to you. Listen very carefully to what your higher spirit is advising you about. It's there, 100%. It's there, and you will be guided. And then when you come out of the breathing and sitting still, then just go to the computer or take a pen and paper, whatever it is that you do, and just sit and wait for the inspiration, and then start the writing per inspiration. Do not try to make it happen, the speech. Wait for the innate inspiration and take action from that. So take inspired action from what your higher spirit told you. That's the easiest way to do it. Thank you for your question.
Well, thank you. I think I just grasp what I need to do, because I'm doing all sorts of things, waiting for that inspiration to come, but I think you just give me a hint. I need to sit with that pen in my hand and do nothing but wait.
Yeah.
The inspiration is there. Go first inside yourself, close your eyes, and just sit with it for a while, and then use that energy, that power that is within you, so that you create from the truth and from your authentic self, rather than your mind is telling you what to do.
Okay,
Good
well,
luck
thank
to
you very
my
much.
friend. Yes.
Yeah, easy.
Thank
but
you.
Not.
Thank you.
Yes, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I would say the most important meeting of our day is one with ourself, to go deep within, like you have suggested. That is where the inspiration comes from, and we take action from there. So beautiful and wonderful. Allow your higher spirit to answer. It is a connection, and it's there. Beautiful. Okay.
And this is where it starts. It's not that you don't have inspiration outside, because everything, people, situations, and circumstances it's all there for you to be inspired by. But where it starts is within you, and ask for guidance to bring you to these magical places outside of you. Yeah.
Okay, all right, Marie, she would like some help. She is over our Q&A box, and she says, oh, goodness, what do I need help with the most now? And again, Marie, she's not going to answer that. She's going to facilitate the way for you to be able to answer that, give you the tools to go in and answer that question. But Marie also says, I meditate, but sometimes I get different messages. I'm not sure at times what it is. All right, so talk a little bit about that, the messages, the different messages.
Here is something that I have learned within myself, and that I do share with my clients, and this is very important. And I think you have, I wrote it on the website with I don't know if it's the biography or anyway.
Oh, you have your the Strategic Business Accelerator Blueprint.
I don't remember if it's there. I wrote it, but here it is anyway.
Is that what you're talking about?
I'm not sure exactly where it is.
Okay.
I don't have it in front of me at the moment, but here it is. In 3D, we were taught to ask, why do we do what we do? Why should we do this or that? And what is it that I'm feeling inside? And why am I asked to go to the right? And why am I asked to meet this person? This is in 3D. In 5D, 2019, Marie, simply drop into your heart. Do not ask the why. Simply allow your heart to reveal to you the steps ahead and ask what's the most immediate next step is. The asking of the why suggests that you do not trust. It's you doubting that the universe is bringing you something that perhaps your mind is making up, or perhaps this or that. Simply drop in to your heart. There is the answer. To keep asking the why will put you in the future rather than in the present moment. Dropping into your heart will have you stay in the 0 point zone, in the still point zone, in your I am presence. Asking the why will put you outside of it. Do not hesitate. Do not doubt the symbols, the metaphors, the different ways that you are shown in your meditation. Simply act on it. Because at times you don't need to understand exactly how it's going to unfold, but simply do it. Act upon what you are shown in your meditation. That's my advice.
Yes, yes, beautiful. Okay. And I love to sit and journal everything. And I've done that over the years, and it's amazing the information that flows and comes to us from that space. Mm-hmm. And I think you said the operative word, take action on it. I love to also put the date on all the information because that helps us take action. And oh my goodness, when you see this big download that you got and it's been a full year since we've acted on it, it's like, okay, come on, start doing it. And then we whittle it down into the action steps, and before we know it, it takes just a few steps to get to that next phase of our business. So beautiful. I love how you really help people with that from this energetic space. It really is an energetic space. Here's a question coming in before we go to our next caller. There's a question. This is from Lisa. And so this is interesting, and I know that you're going to guide Lisa to go within, but maybe together we can help her as a collective. She says, I'm working on putting together a documentary, and I'm wondering how to get financing. Wondering if you have any suggestions.
Thank you, Lisa, for the question. It's very interesting. This formula is a magical formula, and just like Lauren said, it's very important, Lisa, to not only look outside. You start from within and you set your intention of show me where to go so that I can find my investor, my angel investor, whatever it is that you're looking for. Very, very important, because if you do go out and out of fear of maybe not finding your investor, you are on the wrong intention. Then it's just going to be difficulties and resistance. Simply go inside, set the intention, and ask for help. What is my most immediate next step? Even if you do not see anything inside, once you've asked the question, sit inside with it for a while. Once you go out of it and you go out into the world, or sit down in front of the computer, this intention will magnetize. Trust that the intention is the magnet to bring you to the people, situations, and circumstances. Lauren and Lisa, this is very, and all of you listeners, it's very important to trust that whatever we ask for will be revealed to us. A couple of years ago, when we used to ask, it wasn't that clear. In 2019, and the way we have cleared up ourselves in the past few years, it is very important to trust that what we ask for will be revealed to us. It has to do with, you must feel it right through your physical body. In every cell of your body, you know that you're going to meet the right person to bring you the finances, or the whatever it is that you are, if you're looking at to partner with somebody, or the investor. Very, very important, Lauren, that the trust, it trickles down. It's not a word that you're saying to yourself, but it is an energy that must drop down into your cellular cells. This is the crystalline DNA we're talking about here that activates. This is the fifth 5D chakras that are flexible, fluid, and they even change places. That is how you create today. Very important to realize that it's got to be into your physical body. That's where you're feeling it. That's how you magnetize what your intention is set to do.
Yes, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. The
higher spirit is embodied by now. So anything and everything you desire, your dreams, your goals, whatever it is, feel it in your cells, everywhere in your body. Let it tingle and allow the dance to move inside of you, the cellular dance, because it's there. It's there for you, for me, for everybody. Feel it. Feel it. It's so powerful to watch how everything is synchronized outside of you. Once you do feel your intention inside. Very powerful.
Yes, beautiful. Okay, so Lisa, we hope that helps, because you'll be guided
Lisa,
where to go.
Thank you.
Yes, okay. And speaking of DNA, we have a question from our YouTube channel, and this is from Mike, who says, how do we activate the 24-strand DNA? Well, that's a little bit off topic, but do you have any insight or input on that?
Yeah, it's not as difficult as it might seem. We shifted out of the 3D chakra, the 3D DNA, the carbon-based DNA, and the crystalline DNA. They are running parallel with each other. So once we change our thoughts, we surrender to the universal heart and universal mind, and to activate over and above 5D or into the crystalline DNA that is infinite in our physical bodies, we can only handle up to 9D. So if you're looking to activate the rest, then I suggest that you ask your higher self how that's being done for you. Other than that, it is just simply surrendering more and more to any beliefs, any limitations, anything. That is how you move from the 5th to the 6th to the 7th, 8th, and 9th level of understanding and frequency.
Okay. Beautiful. All right. So let's go back and talk about divine will. And as we are aligning with the higher spirit and being really connected from the inside, starting from within, the answers will come. And so I just want to remind everyone too, to be patient with ourselves in this process. It may go quicker than usual. For example, I've had a big dream was when I was able to get past the fears of who's going to do all this work, or where's the financing going to come from, or how are we going to do that. I was able to liberate myself to a point where I could allow the information to come in. And then those questions that I had, it was very interesting to see how they do begin to reveal themselves when we are in that alignment, whether it's looking at something that pops up on our email, or we pop into some website somewhere, or we're shown a business model over here of how it's done. It's quite amazing. Do you have you seen like a timeline for people? Yes, it can happen quickly, but there is a little bit of an incubation time as well. Do you want to speak to that?
Absolutely. It all depends on how, where you are in your soul's evolution. It all depends on the density of your physical body, how quickly the energy is filtering in and out and positioning itself correctly. It is you that sets the time. You can do it instantly by feeling it through and through what it is that you are learning. Or if you have doubts, if you deal with doubts, or you deal with a belief system that is saying, nah, I'm not so sure here. Wherever you are in your soul's evolution will set the temperature and the time for you to evolve to the next level. It's not done externally. Everything is done from inside out. You set the time. You set the timing. You set the temperature. It's not done by your will. It's done through your physical body. It's opening up the physical body. And if the physical body cannot hold the frequency that you're asking, your higher self will give you the answer why, or the reason for that, and give you the solution to it, take you to the next level.
Powerful. All right, that's so inspirational. I know we're all gearing up and raring up for it. So happy creating, beautiful one.
Yeah.
Happy creating. Perfect. Okay. Very empowering. All right, so let's see. Okay. And we were just talking about this today, really interesting. And it's the power of focus. Single-minded focus. So it would be interesting when you see, when you hear Star's question, what your input is, please. Star says, I'm in the process of reinventing myself, and I keep spinning in circles with no clarity as how to proceed with creating the perfect business. Am I being realistic to go from hiding to demand of myself to create 3 businesses at the same time?
Thank you, Star, for the question. First of all, when you are spinning and you are in a vortex of yourself, in a chaos, that is a perfect place to be. Chaos is a perfect place to be. To demand, because everything is shifting, and it's important to allow yourself to have what we as humans perceive as chaos when everything is spinning around us. It is just your own human blueprint that is moving around for it to eventually align itself correctly with your heart and with the universal heart and with the universal mind. Star, demanding of yourself is, you can do that. You can start one business, you can start 3 businesses. I would simply go inside, set the intention, and ask for what is the best thing for you to create. Can Star hold one business or 3 businesses, if I understand you right? And would you be able to juggle it all in a way that has meaning and purpose in all businesses, and feeling passionate about them all and love what you do, or perhaps maybe start one at a time and build on it? Your inside is going to answer you. Very, very important not to run ahead because you feel like, I am strong, I can do this. Ask yourself, ask your higher guidance to do it for you, and wait for the signals. If it's green light, go ahead and do it. If it's a red light that's coming up, then it is red. That is stop. Just ask for the help. Green light, go. Red light, no. And see where it takes you. Create the next moment. Ask for the next moment. There are no cookie cutter answers to anything today. If we think we're going to grasp answers here and there and do things, that's not the way to do it today, because we can't rest on our past memories or future fears. We simply just need to drop down inside of us and ask for guidance. This is the creation of it all. To sit inside and create, holographically create. A vision is what you see, but holographically creating is what you smell, hear, feel, and everything. And specifically 2019, it has to resonate through every single cell of your body. I hope, Star, that is helping you a little bit. Would you like to add something to that, Lauren?
Beautiful. It's simple. And so we just go deep within and connect. And that is our compass. It's the internal compass. So beautiful. Thank you. So now Maria has a question. What is my block for creating a career in spiritual healing to create a wholeness, well-being, and living in the flow of life? So her question is more about the blocks, but the process is the same, yes?
Absolutely. And let me get, Maria is her name, Lauren?
Maria,
okay. Maria, there are no blocks. There are belief systems. There are, all in all, there are no real blocks that can stop you except you. If you do need help with that, go inside and ask for guidance like we have been talking about. Also, Lauren, it is an opportunity to buy the package so that I can help you go in and ask more questions and hold the space available, open, and create that safe place for you to be. That is what I suggest. Go inside, you ask for the guidance, internal guidance, your higher self. And if you do need my help, get the package, and I'll be more than happy to sit with you. It's what I do. It's what I do.
Mhm. It's how you work with business leaders and light workers and new earth leaders. And so that's beautiful. We'll share a little bit about what goes on in the session then. This is a good time to talk about your special offer. It's a personalized strategic business session.
Yeah, absolutely. So I usually start with dropping in just like we do now, so we can calibrate and allow the higher, his or her higher self and my higher self to help us. So we're not alone sitting there. That's very important to realize, that we are co-creating the moment and the situation. And usually what I do beforehand is for my client, Lauren, to have one very specific area and a question ready, and then have maybe 2, 3, or 4 other areas of concern. And I do address them accordingly to what and how you're asking it to me and how you're sharing it with me. I ask questions around it so that I am very sure, even though I use my own unique essence and gifts to pinpoint it, usually ahead of time, but I keep myself flexible and fluid in order for you to answer to it too. And then I make sure that you yourself will answer your question by me asking questions back to you. So that's usually how it goes. What is it that you feel about it? What's your body sharing with you? What is it that you would like to do? What would you like to see as a goal, or what vision do you have? What passions do you have? If you don't have a vision, if you don't feel a passion, then I'll help you to create it by really moving in and around your own words that you're using to express it. But I do know ways to get hold of it rather quickly. I have this innate gift to really pinpoint it with incredible accuracy. And so that's how I help you sort out the one very specific questions, and then 4, and that's just for the first session there for an hour, 60 minutes. And then if you want, I have 3 month packages and 6-month packages that I work with, a breakthrough package and an acceleration package, where we go really deep and really address the very intricate details of how you navigate in your life, in relationship, with your finances, with how you communicate within yourself and to other people, and your creativity, so that you have always readily available creative solutions to your day and to your business or to your team and organizations. Very important.
Perfect. Well, thank you for that. So it all begins with a personal 1-hour session, and this is where you can go deep. You can do a lot of work in that 1-hour session with Dr. Eivor, and we invite you to check that out. That is at acoustichealth.com/special offers/Dr. Eivor. And it is also linked here to this webpage, so you can scroll down and see it. Well, thank you for that, Dr. Eivor. We are feeling very empowered And I think that you have answered the questions because, again, this is an inside job. And so you facilitating this inner connection is a powerful tool for anyone wishing to really accelerate and up-level their new earth business. I really want to thank you for that. It's quite beautiful.
Thank you, Lauren. Thank you so much.
Perfect. So as we say goodbye, I really want to just say that you're like a ninja of belief systems. You can pinpoint and identify and disarm them. And we call those the yeah buts. We have our passions. We have the messages coming in. They may come forth and they may pile up. But the yeah buts get in the way. So overcoming the yeah buts. As we say goodbye, what's your advice for the best tool to just get over it and go forward?
Breathe into the very moment, anything and everything that you magnetize, pull it within and breathe through it, and in that way the energy will dissipate, and behind it is your innate gifts, skills, and talents, and the beauty of life. And the lesson is right there and then to move forward, enjoy, have meaning and purpose in your life, feel the love, feel the magic, and just feel great and help others, impact others to feel great within themselves.
That is the perfect ending for this quantum conversation. It's what all of us are here as we incarnate for. We are here to feel great, and we are here to help others feel great. We are here to empower others. We can do it. We got this. So happy creating. And Dr. Eivor, thank you so much for this beautiful quantum conversation.
Thank you, Lauren, for holding this platform for all of us and really, really allowing everybody to feel great about themselves. Thank you so much, Lauren.
Thank you, Dr. Eivor. Again, all of us, it is all of our missions to help people really feel great. It is New Earth, and it is here. Thanks so much, Dr. Eivor.
Thank you, Lauren. Thanks again.
Thank you. If you're interested in Dr. Eivor's special offer, please check it out on the links on this webpage or visit acoustichealth.com/special offers/Dr. Eivor. And now it is time to dance our way to the cosmic heart. This gets a little funky. Move your body as we co-create and dream. Namaste, everyone. for listening to this quantum conversation, and thank you for dancing with us to the cosmic heart. As we raise our own vibration, we raise the vibration of the planet. This show is dedicated to you and all awakening hearts, as we are here to shine our bright light and amplify our love. Access all quantum conversations, special offers from our guests, and online healing retreats by visiting acoustichealth.com. I'm Loren Gailey, and from my sacred heart to yours, I honor your magnificent love and light. We leave you now with music from the universe. Music literally created by the universe, as musical notes were assigned to mathematical equations. The result is this beautiful music, available at acoustichealth.com. Namaste.